he had kicked at a community college. So here we go again. Allen tries to start it off with the pass, but to finish off on Dylan Watson, he had kicked at a community college, and a friend of T.C. Taylor's was a state trooper. One of his former teammates was a state trooper. One of his buddies, another state trooper, said, hey, I noticed you guys need a kicker. My son's a kicker, and he's going to school at Jackson State right now.
Oh, my God.
So they bring in Watson for a tryout, and he looked great at the tryout, and all of a sudden he's been the kicker ever since. So you never know how it works out.
That is an awesome story.
It really is. A word of mouth kind of thing. You know, it took an old teammate of T.C. Taylor's to basically come in and tell him. So we're going to have a timeout on the field now. No, we come to the end of the third quarter. And an exciting third quarter it was, with ALCORN State out in front right now, 28-21. But check out this DD pass. Morgan to McCray. Jackson State still in the hunt.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
As always, a good crowd on hand in Jackson, Mississippi for the Jackson State Tigers game, and they are trailing 28-21 right now to the ALCORN State Braves as we get set to start the fourth quarter. So Aaron Allen's going to start it with a pass. Fading away, and now another flag comes in late. That may be pass interference right there against Napoleon Collier. There was a lot of contact going on down there. We'll see who it's called on. Good job to put that ball up when there's contact going on. And as you see, our referee, Bobby Wright and company, they're going to talk about this. He's trying to hit Tyron Warren. So both penalties going against the defense on that play, and they're going to take the pass interference one for a first down for the Braves from Alcorn State. So that pass was to number 80 as he tried to get down there. Tyron Warren was the intended receiver, 6'3", 175-pound freshman. So a big break for Alcorn State to start the fourth quarter. Give back to Howard. You know, everything Howard has gotten today has been tough yardage, but man, he got it. As we take a look at our scoring summary, just gives you an idea how this game has picked up steam as we've gone along. Howard on a 1-yard run, then the 55-yard pass. Allen to Hunt made it 14-zip, but then JSU came right back to tie the game at 14-14 on the Morgan. 26-yard pass to McCray. And then Allen again, 33 yards to Hunt for another touchdown, and they've been back and forth ever since. And this is Howard picking up some more tough yardage, man. He's one of those backs when he runs, he also punishes the defense.
Definitely.
You know, he dishes out as much punishment as he takes.
Definitely. He's the type of player that you see on Sundays, and like what you will probably see on Sunday, because he runs so hard and with so much aggression. He wants to punish the defenders.
So a first down for Alcorn after that, for Alcorn State after that run.
Keep giving him the ball.
And there goes Howard again, pounding it inside with a nice pickup there. Number 92, Thompson on the tackle there. Of course, Thompson was guilty of roughing the passer on the previous play where they had the pass interference. So he's been active all day today. He's made some big stops for that Jackson State defensive front.
I think they're going to keep giving Howard the ball here, and then if they get a first down here, they're going to take a shot.
So second and short, 2nd and 4. Howard dances by the first would-be tackler, but then he's caught and dropped after a gain of maybe 2 yards on the play.
It's third down.
So he's going to bring up third down. Call it 4. 3rd and 4 yards to go for Alcorn State to keep this drive alive. We're early here in the fourth quarter. Jackson State trailing 28-21. Braves with the lead and the football.
Nico Duffy in the backfield now.
Yeah, Duffy's got some playing time today. He's done a good job. So Allen will pass it. Fires low. He's trying to hit Duffy over there near the sidelines, and the ball just came in low, actually. That pass was going to Akeem McNair, and it's an incomplete pass. Ball was low. I mean, McNair was open, and he just didn't get that football to him. He would have had a chance to make the
Looks like he hit his hands. He just dropped the ball.
So that will bring on Darbones to punt it away for the Braves. And a good snap. Kick is away. It's going to hit and bounce. It's going to be another good kick by the Alcorn State Braves. This time it's going to be touchdown on the 2-yard line. So that's how you want to set your defense up. A great kick by Caleb Darbone. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. 28-21. Alcorn State out in front.
When you join the HBCU family, you become part of the tradition of breaking barriers in your community, breaking ground in your career, and bringing it with everything from how you look to how you move in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. That's why Academy Sports and Outdoors is proud to celebrate the HBCU legacy and all those to add to it in their own way.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Doritos created Solid Black in 2021 to help fuel the initiatives of black leaders seeking to drive real change. And this year, Doritos Solid Black is welcoming 16 new change makers to the program. We are Solid Black.
Huge play coming up.
Talking about dropping the ball.
I got the score.
Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
In 1920, an athletic was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
12:26 to go in the game with ALCORN State leading Jackson State 28-21 in the Soul Bowl, or the SWAC Classic as it's called this year. And Jackson State has the football in front of a nice home crowd, but they're deep in their own territory, starting 1st and 10 from their 2-yard line. So Jason Brown still at quarterback for the Tigers. So if they're going to come from behind, it's going to have to be with Brown. Brown with some time in the end zone, goes downfield, and almost a sensational catch. That was Isaiah Spencer, and boy, he almost came down with one of those Odell Beckham specials.
Definitely. He got up there, too.
What an attempt. Good protection for Brown. What a good effort by Isaiah Spencer. Just could not pull that one in. Put Spencer in motion this time. Gives it straight ahead. And nothing happening inside. That ALCORN State defense was not fooled on that play at all.
Ezekiel Johnson with the carry.
Johnson on the carry, but he didn't get anything at all. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 10. Third and 9, so they gave him a yard on the play. Let's call it 3rd and 9 now for Jackson State. Spencer in motion. Brown has some time, fires inside underneath. He completes his pass, and it looks like a first down as he hits Spencer again. Spencer's played a great second half here for Jackson State.
Great Brown is stepping up to the challenge, because they definitely want to see Morgan back out there, but obviously something more structural wrong with that shoulder, the reason why he's not in there.
Yeah, Jason Brown, though, like we said before, he has the experience. He's been around a while. This is his 6th year of college football action, so he understands the game. This time he fires over to Spencer again, and he dives out of bounds. A nice gain on first down.
Brown's pass complete.
When you look at some of Brown's numbers, and when he stopped being the starting quarterback, he was still completing 64% of his passes.
Okay.
And he's also spent time at South Carolina. He spent time at Virginia Tech. So I said he's a guy who's been around. He's got that veteran presence to him, and they feel very confident in having him in the ball game as the quarterback. So Brown turns, a little flea flicker here. Brown's going to crank it deep. And then right into the double coverage, and it's going to be intercepted by Edwin Summerhour, who comes away with the pick. And Brown may have forced that one. He thought twice about it. He bumped a little bit and threw it out there. The double team was there. The safety came over Summerhour and made the interception.
Right here, I mean, it's a little rail route by the ex-receiver coming around on the motion, but I mean, obviously the safety, there was nobody else to take the safety out of commission, so it was an easy pick for him.
Yeah, he wasn't fooled. He stayed home, played his position, and it was just like playing center field. You move over and you make the catch.
Definitely.
And that's exactly what Edwin Summerhour did right there, the 5'11". We do have a flag down there, so we need to check that and see what they're looking at on the play. Could be a possession thing, too, where they want to spot the ball. Okay. Exactly where he made the catch. But we'll wait for Bobby Wright to come out and say it. But Brown was moving the ball so well until that one. He may have tried to force that one just a little bit.
That goes back to play calling too. So don't call the right plays. So those guys can be successful. And the coaches have been doing a great job thus far.
Doing a great job of calling the plays. Maurice Harris, of course, in conjunction with T.C. Taylor. And there you see on your screen, the Prairie View Panthers have clinched the West Division title with that 21-14 victory over Alabama State. The battle of former Oiler head coaches there. Of course, you got Bubba McDowell with Prairie View, and of course Eddie Robb over there with Alabama State. Prairie View hung on despite a comeback by Alabama State. That game was 14-0 at one point, Prairie View out in front. But the Panthers are now the champions in the West. So no matter what happens in our game, whether Alcorn State holds on or not, Prairie View has the tiebreaker. So they will still finish in a tie if Alcorn State wins this game, but Prairie View will win the tiebreaker and they will be the champions of the West. So congratulations to Bubba McDowell and the Panthers from Prairie View A&M. So that's going to be pretty interesting as they come back out. The officials have had a lot of time spent figuring out some of these things here during this ball game today. And as you look on the sidelines there and you see the down markers going back there, you take a look at Jackson State head coach T.C. Taylor on the sideline. And Jackson State's going to get the ball back. So I'm not sure what happened on that play unless the interception wasn't complete, but it looked like he made the catch there.
It wasn't a flag or defensive foul, so you're exactly right, but maybe didn't make the catch.
I think I'm being told there might have been a flag behind the line of scrimmage that we did not see.
Okay.
So let's see what transpires now as Jackson State apparently will maintain possession of the football, but they're still talking about this on the field.
Is it third down?
And you see T.C. Taylor out there wanting to get an explanation of exactly what's going on here. This is a big drive for Jackson State because T.C. Taylor wants to go out with that eighth win. He wants to get that eighth win to improve his record to 8-3 in his first season as head coach of the Jackson State Tigers. So they're going to get the football back. On the scoreboard, it says 3rd and 1. So they had to remark and reset everything. And now we're ready for play again. So Jackson State will crank it up. And the run for the first down, he's going to be caught in the backfield.
I think he may have gotten the first down. They only needed 1 yard.
With the carry.
Split flow action.
Yeah, let's see. Got close to it. While we have a chance, let me give you this update from the head of the officials here in the SWAC. Eddie Kelly just sent me a message. He said what really happened on replay, it revealed what we first thought, that the ball actually hit the ground and he did not make the catch. Right. So that's why it was reverted over to Jackson State. Okay. Thank you very much, Eddie. We always appreciate it, man. You keep us straight. We appreciate it. So now the officials are going to talk it over again. That was a good recovery by that Alcorn State defense. They're going to have a measurement to see whether or not he got to the sticks.
I definitely thought it was first down.
It's very, very close. Man, that's inches away.
Wow.
Once again, thank you to Eddie Kelly for sending us that clarification. Always appreciate it. We got 10 minutes and 2 seconds to go left in this game, and now they're looking at a 4th down and less than a yard, and you got to figure T.C. Taylor, this is go territory now.
Definitely. You know what play I'm thinking of right there to get that first down. First and inches. Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, we saw Alcorn State try it earlier in the game when they were down on the goal line. Jackson State has lost their big quarterback, or you know he would handle the ball in this situation, so we will see what the Tigers go with.
Power.
And they're going to be a keeper inside, and it's breaks for a big run. Now it's down to a foot race to the goal line, and he runs out of bounds. And what a run by McDonald, who came in. He's the third-team quarterback. They put him in the backfield, kind of like a wildcat situation.
Definitely wildcat, and just power to the quarterback. First down.
Well, McDonald has some wheels, as you can see right there. Zy McDonald. And he takes it down there, man. He got a lot more than the first down. That was a big run at a huge point in this ball game.
I wouldn't be surprised if they come back to that.
What a great call.
Yes, sir.
To slip him into the game. He had played all day.
Right.
So what a great call by T.C. Taylor and the Jackson State Tigers. First and 10. Jason Brown back. He dumps it underneath to Johnson. Johnson still on his feet, and he's going to be pulled down at about close to the 23-yard line.
To Johnson.
So Johnson has also played a good game.
That's a scary play there. They always say run outside, never bring it back inside, because bad things can happen to you if you run back inside. But a great run by Johnson.
Second down.
Jackson State with the football, and Johnson so far 8 carries for 39 yards. He had a long of 24 yards in this ball game. Jason Brown looking for another pass underneath. Has Spencer again, and Spencer just about broke that one, but a good tackle by Andrew Smith may have saved the touchdown.
Definitely saved the touchdown. Shoestring tackle.
Jason Brown for the game so far, 7 of 11, 55 yards. Does have the one INT that was tipped in the red zone and intercepted after it was tipped. So Brown now 3rd and 7, ball resting right on the 20-yard line. Brown has a lot of time, still looking. Now he's going to keep it, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, short of the first down by Terrence Ellis. Did manage to get him out of bounds.
Sort of a 3-3 stack. Apex defense there. They dropped 8, rushed 3. I mean, Brown had all day to throw the ball. Just couldn't find anybody down the field.
To attempt a field goal of 35 yards.
So now we will see another field goal attempt coming up here by the Tigers from Jackson State. Dylan Wasson again, a 35-yard field goal attempt. Wasson's kick. And it's good this time as he drilled it from 35 yards, and that makes it a 28-24 game. And we've got 7:12 to go, so plenty of time left in this ball game. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
Live Sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live Sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live Sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Football on ESPN is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods and outdoor retailer of the SWAC. Home Depot, proud sponsor of the SWAC. And by Nike. Well, Jackson State, fresh off of that 35-yard field goal by Dylan Wasson as he gets set to kick it off. Now made it a 28-24 ball game. Kick's going to sail into the end zone, so Alcorn State will take over again on their own 25-yard line. So that scoring drive, 11 plays, 81 yards. What a drive. You know, we talked about how it started deep in their own territory. 5 minutes and 14 seconds, and Wasson came on to hit the 35-yard field goal. The biggest play in the drive may have been the bullet they dodged when that interception was not an interception.
Definitely. That's definitely would have put the nail in the coffin if they'd have got that interception, especially with the opportunity of Jackson State's playing. Controlled ball offense. If they get the ball back here with a quick stop, I see Jackson State coming out ahead.
So Alcorn State now with the football. They go to the jet sweep to Rogers. Rogers cuts it back in, and he's going to pick up a very, very short game. Wallace Melton, one of the Tigers over there making the play on defense. Excuse me, that's Huggins, number 10. It's Huggins on the stop for Jackson State. John Huggins, the 6'2", 205-pound graduate student from Daytona Beach, transfer from Florida, coming in with a big stop. And they give it to the big back. And once again, he just keeps churning those legs.
Oh, yes.
Should have been a no gain, but he's going to end up with about 3 or 4 yards. I mean, he is a physical specimen.
Yes, he is.
He is a physical specimen.
Can't wait to see that kid play on Sunday.
You know, I told the story last week when we did the Alcorn State game versus Texas Southern University about Jarvion Howard, and he is a huge animal person. He's got a dog, and his mom brings this dog up to campus once a week, every week.
What?
So 3rd and 4 now for the Braves. Allen buying some time, and now he's out of time. And he throws it, and it's complete. Near the sideline. What a play by Aaron Allen. You talk about a cool, calm, collected customer there under pressure.
I think he went out of bounds first.
Yeah, the flag went down, and that could be where it was thrown. I thought I saw another official without his hat.
Okay.
Which they usually put down means you stepped out of bounds.
Correct.
But you can't take anything away from Allen on that play because he fought every second to try to make that a completed play.
Fourth down. That's a big down for them.
It's huge because it would have been a nice catch, but he stepped out of bounds, and now Alcorn State's going to have to punt the football away. That'll bring up Caleb Darbone, who's done a good job today. I mean, he's had a couple of those punts pinning Jackson State deep in their own territory a couple of times today. 2 or 3 of those inside the 10.
This is the stop I was telling you about. They can get a stop right here. They got a little hold up on the punt.
Gets it away. Boy, what a good punt by Darbone. Big punt.
Unbelievable coverage, too, by the punt team.
Oh, but that was a huge punt. You talk about flipping the field there. Julian Smith on the return, but he had nowhere to go because, as John Henry said, great coverage by the Braves. 28-24. We'll be right back.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library.
Second down coming up now for Jackson State. On the attack, if you missed it, Jason Brown now in at quarterback for Jackson State. And now we have a whistle before he can get it off, before they can even snap the football. Earlier in this ball game, Jacobian Morgan injured his shoulder. He threw a touchdown pass. And, excuse me there, Bobby. He threw a touchdown pass, but then he had to leave. It's been Jason Brown at the controls ever since. And if Jackson State's going to come back, it's going to be Jason Brown that will lead the comeback. But after that penalty, he's going to back him up just a little bit. Make it a 2nd and 15 to go. 2nd and 13, actually. Brown puts Stevens in motion. See a lot of switching going on the defensive end for Alcorn State. Brown with the pocket collapsing around him. The pass is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Kendall, Isaiah Kendall, but it's an incomplete pass. Good coverage over there by the Braves.
Looks like we saw some disruption in the offense there with the play calling as far as getting the play in and timing. That's why they were rushed.
Gino Johnson on the defensive coverage for the Braves. So now we're looking at 3rd and 13.
3-man rush.
So Brown has to scramble out of the pocket, fires a sidearm pass, and it's almost caught, but it was dropped there. Would have been a nice catch by Duke Miller, but he could not hang on. And
this pass from Brown
would have been a good catch, and he'd been close to the first down, but he didn't get it. So now should bring on the punting unit. That last punt, by the way, that pinned him way back there by Darbone, 56 yards on the kick, and it was great coverage on a 56-yard punt.
It's the longest of the day right there.
So a great job by Caleb Darbone on the punting situation, and now Jackson State. Matt Knoll will try to punt with his foot right on the goal line there as he tries to kick it away from deep in his own territory. And another whistle. Well, that's going to back up the Tigers 5 more yards. And you don't want to get closer to your goal line. That's the last thing you want to do in that situation. Alcorn State leading with 4:10 to go in the ball game, 28-24. So that will push Matt Knoll into his own end zone. As he gets the kick away, it's going to go out of bounds near midfield. We'll see exactly where they put it down. We'll be back in just a minute. 28-24, Alcorn State.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Butch Alcindor and John Henry Mills with you today. 4:03 to go in this ball game. And Alcorn State with the football and clinging to a 4-point 28-24 lead over Jackson State as we start to wind this one down. But once again, some great fans at this ball game. Packed house to watch the Tigers take on the Braves.
And who do you think is going to get the ball here? Howard. They're going to go to their go-to guy.
They go to Howard, and he's thrown backwards there. Good defensive play in the backfield. Athen Smith on the play for Jackson State. Jarvion Howard just does all the dirty work.
Yes, he does.
And because he does, he opens so many things up. He made it easy for Aaron Allen to take some of those shots downfield, because at some point, your defense has to come up and respect what Howard is doing inside.
Exactly. He's definitely a candidate for player of the game.
We're down to 3:20 to go in this game now, and they turn around, and they're going to give it to Howard again. Howard's still on his feet. You know, they stretched him all the way out of the hole. They pushed him all the way off outside of the tackle, and he still wouldn't go down, and he broke his way, came back inside anyway. Just a great run by Howard. He's a great weapon to have when you got a lead like this scenario late in the ball game, if you have a timeout used by Jackson State. But what a weapon Howard is when you're trying to run down the clock and hang on to a lead. He's a big weapon. We also seen Nico Duffy in the backfield today. So they've done a good job of rotating the backs in and out. You can see, look at Howard over there trying to pump up the offense and say, hey, guys, let's finish this thing out, you know. 5'10", 200-pound graduate student from Columbia, Mississippi.
You say he's 210 pounds? He looks a little heavier than 210 pounds. Well, at least he plays heavier than 210 pounds.
I'd love to find out what he squats. I mean, you watch his legs and the way he continues to churn. You know, he's got a squat at least 500 pounds.
We also have an anonymous donor who donated the $2,500 back to the Tiger Fund.
You look at guys, that seems so foreign to me now. I can remember, you know,
definitely foreign.
You play college football, you're doing that stuff, but man, look at him. He's a physical specimen, and boy, what an outstanding player he is for Alcorn State. So Alcorn State, if they could hang on and win this game, they would finish the season at 7-4, which would be another successful season for Fred McNair, who's overall 47-34 for his career at Alcorn State. Big 3rd down and 9 coming up now for the Braves. Allen's hit from behind right as he released the pass, and it's going to be picked off by the Tigers. That's a great interception by Jaheim Hazel, who was step for step with that receiver and stepped right in front to make the pick.
And that gives us that Jackson State a chance to come back and maybe put some points on the board and take it down and score. We'll see what kind of defense that Alcorn comes out in to stop them.
Well, I just wonder if that little hit from behind by Athen Smith, if that might have not taken a little bit off of that ball. It's hard to say. He was about to release it right as Smith got there. But just a great recovery by Jaheim Hazel. Because when he let that ball go, I thought, oh, we might have another touchdown here. Then Hazel just made up the gap.
I'm so surprised that they even put the ball in the air. I'm surprised they just run it.
So now Jackson State with the football deep in their own territory. Ball on the 8-yard line. Jason Brown still at quarterback.
Wow.
Oh, hands it off straight up the middle in a big hole. And Johnson is still on his feet. Johnson's going to cross midfield before he's finally pushed out of bounds. Ezekiel Johnson on the carry. The freshman, the 5'9", 190-pound freshman, breaks a big one.
And they blitz right here. Zone read here. They blitz, and he picked the gap, the right gap, obviously, and with tough running right there, running through the blocker. Unbelievable run.
And here comes Johnson again. This time a flag goes down, so that one may be coming back. But the previous play, Johnson absolutely ran over Andrew Smith. I mean, just ran him over. What a play.
We have 2 fouls for holding. Holding, offense, number 70. That penalty is declined. Holding, offense, number 74. That penalty is accepted. 10-yard penalty, first down.
A lot of holding on that play.
Definitely.
Well, Johnson, that previous play was good for 42 yards before he was pushed out of bounds. So, I mean, what a game. He's done a great job on the ground, making it happen for Jackson State.
When the Tigers make a play, let them hear you.
Johnson
on the ground again.
And another flag comes down in the backfield.
Moultrie with the carry. There's a flag on the play.
That was Moultrie on the carry, but I was about to say Johnson now has 9 carries for 81 yards and that long of 42. Once again, it's the penalties that have really hurt Jackson State today. We got 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go in this ball game. I mean, they were already over midfield after that long run, 42 yards by Johnson. But the penalties have really hurt. So Brown with the screen pass. Goes to Moultrie. There's a helmet rolling out there on the ground. It looked like the football, but we have another flag for the 3rd consecutive play.
We've been going backwards since they got the ball. Look at like almost 45 yards if it's on Jackson State again. It looks like it might be some illegal hands to the face. Obviously, the only reason I'm saying that because his helmet came off. But that would be my thought.
Well, we will see what Bobby Wright and company come up with.
Personal foul, face mask.
There you go.
Definitely. Still first down. 1st and 45. So he was trying to stiff arm and just got his hand caught up into the face mask there. So that's what they call it, the face mask on Jackson State.
Wow, so the Tigers, like we mentioned, after the big run by Johnson, they were over midfield.
1st and 45.
Going to be a big shot to overcome that when they go back to Spencer for the screen inside, and nothing happening there.
To Spencer.
We're down to 1:46 to go in the ball game. And it's going to be second, like you said, 2nd and 45 for the Tigers. Time now getting pretty close to our player of the game.
Definitely.
We're going to check with our producer, Tommy, see if they're ready for that. Jason Brown fires near the sidelines, completes his pass, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. But he's still got a ways to go for a possible first down as we click down to the 1:12 mark in the ball game.
Definitely, again, rollout pass. I say they've been 100%.
Closing in on a minute to go, 3rd and 29. Little roll out to the right for Jason Brown.
Get out of bounds.
Completes his pass. Kobe Paul. Paul's going to be taken down short of the first down.
Not smart.
And the clock will, once they set the ball, the clock will continue to run.
I think they're going to call a timeout.
And a timeout is called.
30 seconds, timeout.
If you've lost your wallet, report to first aid on the Jackson State side. If you've lost your wallet, report to first aid on the Jackson State side.
I think it's a good time to do our player of the game. We had a lot of people to pick from tonight, but our panel of experts and John Henry Mills have come up with tonight's player of the game, presented by Gatorade, is Aaron Allen, the quarterback for Alcorn State. All he's done today, 16 of 24, completing 67% of his passes for 225 yards. He had 3 touchdowns and the 1 pick. Just an outstanding game by Aaron Allen for Alcorn State to get the Braves out and in front in this ball game. The transfer from Louisiana Tech from Missouri City, Texas, right outside of Houston, played at Ridge Point High School. He's our player of the game, presented tonight by Gatorade. So now we have a big 4th and 17 coming up for the Braves here. Coming up for the Tigers. They trail by 4 in this game, and now we have another timeout on the field. They're going to talk about it because this is probably it right here. You got any thoughts on a 4th and 17 play?
I have no thoughts at all. I mean, other than like sort of a Hail Mary or some sort of underneath pick play. That's what I can think of. I'd like to say congratulations to Allen again, GCP sports recruit out of Missouri City, and that's Bayou City Preps Academy. So a great kid, great student, athlete. Good to see him get the player of the game.
Good player of the game, deserved it. 3 touchdown passes and did a good job of just getting that offense cranked up the entire afternoon. Just did a good job for the Alcorn State Braves. And if Alcorn does hang on and win this game, they're going to be shaking their heads. They're going to be thinking about that game last week against Texas Southern, because that made the difference between Alcorn being the champions in the West. So here we go, 4th and 17 for Jason Brown and the Jackson State offense. Jason Brown deep down the sideline, and he overshot his man. He actually had
wide open
Fabian McCray, who was open over there, and he just went a little too deep with that pass. So McCray would have had a chance to catch that. Oh my, I tell you what, that was very close to getting that first down on 4th and 17. Wow, maybe he should have kept running.
Definitely.
Final score.
So you wonder if Morgan doesn't get hurt, will they have a chance to win this game? Because that's what it's going to come back to, their starting quarterback going down. So great game, though, regardless. Great game by Alcorn. You can't take anything away from them. Coach Nair is going to be very excited about these seniors and going out with a win.
Yeah, and Jason Brown came on and gave his team an opportunity, gave him a chance, kept them in the game. Went down, put some points on the board. And just a hard-fought game. Like I said, this is a rivalry between these two teams. And they came out, and you talked to a lot of the Alcorn State players, and they knew they were going to be in hostile territory.
Definitely.
That the crowd would not be pulling for them. But I will say there was a good representation today for Alcorn State. Their fans traveled and came out to see the halftime performance and see a great football game here today. And we got 34 seconds left in that football game.
So big victory formation. A lot of respect for both of these organizations.
Aaron Allen takes a knee for Alcorn State, and Fred McNair is going to get out of this with another victory. He's going to make his career mark at Alcorn State, 48-34. Like we said before, another successful season. McNair will go to 7-4 overall. And we go down to the final ticks in this clock. Give me some of your final thoughts on just what you thought about today's game as the two coaches come out for the final handshake.
I mean, just for the final handshake, I mean, whoa. They got a little scrimmage here. At the end of the game, this is upsetting. Poor sportsmanship. But at the end of the day, I just think both groups, I mean, outside of the little melee we got going on here, have done a great job, and I'm very impressed with both programs, and I look forward to seeing these guys regroup and do some great things next season.
A great game it was. So for John Henry Mills and our entire staff, I'm Butch Alcindor saying so long from Jackson, where our final score was 28-24. ALCORN State coming out on the winning side of things. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Have a good night, everybody.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.